to Lamb Learning.
Hello! I was having a swim down the Mississippi today when I came across one of my favourite show characters, Sheriff Labrador. He's gone now to solve some mysteries, but how's about we draw him for today's art lesson? Let's get started. Right, so to begin with, we're going to need a pencil. And then the first thing we're going to do, as always, we're going to draw some simple shapes. And to give you an idea what we should do first is we're going to draw a snowman. So we're going to draw 3 circles. A little circle, a medium-sized circle, and then a bigger circle. And then eventually it's going to turn into Sheriff Labrador's face. How? Well, stick with me and I'm going to show you. So, first of all, we want to do that little circle at the top of the page. So, draw a little circle just like that. You done it? And then underneath, draw another circle just a little bit bigger. Just like that. And then underneath that, we'll do a slightly bigger circle again. Just like this. And then we're going to pretend our snowman is standing on a box. So we're going to find the middle of the bottom circle and we're just going to draw 2 lines down like this. Almost imagine he's got like big legs. So 1 line there and 1 line there. Can you see what I did? And then just draw, well, we don't even have to draw a line at the bottom, you can do if you want, but just like that. Right. Then what we're going to do next is we're going to draw some more circles. So in the middle circle here, we are going to do 2 little circles. We go 1. In fact, to help you, you could draw a line down the middle, just a faint line. And then on one side, we're going to draw a circle, just like that. And then on the other side, we're going to do a circle exactly the same. Just like this. Can you see what I've done? Right, now, in the middle of the medium and the big circle, so right here, just under these 2 little circles, we're going to do a big circle just here. And that circle is just underneath what is going to be his eyes. And it's just like a bigger circle in the middle. So, can you do that? And then underneath that, which is going to be his nose, we're just going to do a little smile. Just like that. Right, now, let's get this face finished. We are going to draw a line around here. And then we're just going to fill in the edges just like that. And then that is going to be the bottom of his face. But we're not worried too much about it just yet because we'll do that when we colour it in. Now, this circle on top, we are going to draw a triangle in the middle of it. Can you see what I did there? So starting from the middle of either side of the circle, and then I'm going to find the middle of the top of the circle, I'm going to draw a triangle. Just like that. The top of a triangle. And then at the bottom, I'm going to do the big letter U. And this is going to be his hat. So I'm going to go around the bottom of the circle and then up. Because Sheriff Labrador has a bit of a pointy hat. And then I'm just going to put 2 lines here. And then later on we'll draw the letter B. Because Sheriff Labrador has a bee on his hat. Why does he have a bee on his hat? Do you know? Do you watch Sheriff Labrador? If you know, I want you to shout it out right now. Shout at the TV. Tell me why he has a bee on his hat. Right. Now, let's get the pupils in his eyes. So those are the bits of your eyes that are inside the white bits. And what do we need to do? We need to do more circles. So in the middle of each circle, we're going to do another circle. So 1 there. And 1 there. And then just above his eyebrows, well, sorry, just above his eyes, we need to put some eyebrows. So let's draw one square there, but I'm going to have it pointing up a little bit. And another square there to give him a kind of happy smile. We don't want them eyebrows coming down because that'll make him look mad. And we want him to look happy. Right, now, all we got to do, now what we got to do is some ears. Right, so to do his ears, we're going to find the top of his head right here, just above his eyebrows. And I'm going to do a big letter N. Well, actually, it's a little letter N, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw it quite big. So I'm going to, from it here over here, I'm going to put a dot either side of his head. Can you see what I did? So each side of his head, I put a dot in the same place. One on the left and one on the right. And then I'm going to go up and down just by his hat. And do the same on the other side. Up and down. And then I'm going to do another line. Exactly the same underneath it. Up and down. Up and down. And then I'm just going to connect the bottom. Do a letter U. And another U. And those are his ears. Can you see his face now? I think we can all recognise Sheriff Labrador there. Well done for doing this so far, but let's get his body drawn. Right, so this big square that our snowman was standing on earlier, we're going to put a line down the middle of it. Because that's going to be his body at the top, and those are going to be his legs at the bottom. So that's his body, and those are his legs. And if we put a line down the middle, there you go, he's got some legs. And then put a line across the bottom, and then we're going to do some circles. And those are going to be his feet. And then we're going to give him a tie, because he wears a tie. So to do that, we're going to draw the letter V. Now right in the middle of his chin, we're going to do the letter V. V. Down and up. Down and up. And then we have got to do the bottom of his tie. So we'll put one line that goes down that way. Almost so where this line is on one side of the V, we're going to carry on down. And then on the other side, we're going to go down. In fact, if you look at it, it's like the letter X. So that's what you could do really. If you struggled before, just draw the letter X. So that's one line down in one direction and one line down in the other direction. And then we're going to do the letter V yet again at the bottom of the tie. Go down and back up. And hey presto, we've got a tie. Now, Sheriff Labrador also has a little paw badge on his shirt, and to draw this we're going to do an upside down heart. So to do an upside down heart, well, what you could do is draw a little circle, and then at the bottom of the circle draw the letter W, letter W, and then go over the top, and then we are going to do 4 little circles above that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is his badge. Now, what else does he have? Well, let's give him some arms. As always, I like to give my cartoon characters a wave. So we're going to do one line up there off of his shoulder, and then another line underneath it, and then we're going to join them up, and we're going to do that on the other side. One line there, and another line below, and join it up. And then we're going to put some circles on the bottom of his arms. And anyone who's been following all my drawing videos knows how I like to draw hands. I like to do the letter N on each hand, and those are for the thumbs. And then we are going to do the letter M, M for 2 of his fingers. And then I think Sheriff Labrador only has 3 fingers. So I'm going to do the letter N for his last finger, and then I'm going to do that on his other hand. The letter M, that's 2 of his fingers, and then the letter N one more time for his last finger. And Sheriff Labrador also has some stripes on the cuffs of his shirt. So we're going to draw some lines at the end. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and we're going to colour them in later, and we'll do it on the other arm as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines on there as well. And last of all, let's give him a tail. So where we've got the line that separates his shirt from his pants, we are going to draw 2 more lines. Whoops. one line that comes out like that, and then we're going to start from the end of that line, but we're going to connect just underneath there. So go to there and then start from there, but come back there, and there you go. That is his tail. Right, so we've now got Sheriff Labrador all coloured in. Sorry, no, totally wrong. Shout at me, say, Scotty, you're wrong. We have not got Sheriff Labrador all coloured in. We got him all drawn, but we need to colour him in. So, what colours do you need? Well, we need a brown colour. So, I'm going to use my paintbrush, but you can use your crayon or your felt tips, or you could use your paint as well. But make sure to ask your mummy or your daddy or your nanny or your granddad or your teacher or your carer, whatever adult is looking after you, you ask them if it's okay to get your colouring crayons, pens or paints out, because you don't want to get any mess anywhere and you don't want to be in trouble. You always want to do as you're told. Right, so have you got your colouring pen ready? You have? Great. Well, let's get started. So with my brown pen, the first thing I'm going to do is colour in his face, his hands and his tail and his ears. In fact, I'm going to start with his ears. So let's get started. Whoop. Right. And now, anyone who's been drawing all my been joining me to draw all these characters, because before we've done, who have we done? Do you remember? Can you shout it out? Remind me, what other characters have we drawn? Shout it out really loud, because I'm all the way over in America at the moment. As I said, I've been swimming along the Mississippi, which is a big river in America that goes all across, well, a lot of the country. So I know a lot of you in other countries all around the world. You might be in Australia, you might be in England, you might be in France or Italy or Spain or Africa. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of countries, so I don't think I'm going to name them all now. But I want you to shout out what characters you can remember that I've drawn already and remind me. Right, you ready? On 3, I want you to shout really loud, and I'm going to try and listen out for all of your voices ringing out in the air telling me what characters we've drawn before. You ready? On the count of 3, start shouting. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was super loud. I heard you all the way over here in America. Well, I think I heard someone shouting Peppa Pig. And that's right, we did draw Peppa Pig. And someone else is shouting Elmo from Sesame Street. We did indeed draw Elmo. He's one of the first characters that we did, though I think Peppa Pig was the very first. We've also done the Minions. And in my last lesson, we did Joy from Inside Out. Who else have we done? We've done Super Mario. That's right. We did another dog policeman, and his name is Chase from Paw Patrol. Can you think of any more? Who am I missing? Shout again. That's right, we did Bluey. Another dog character. Wow, I really do like all these dog cartoons, don't I? But they are very, very good. If you have any suggestions for who I should draw next, send us, get your parents or your teacher to send us a message in the email below. And you never know, that might be the next lesson that I do. Right, what we need next is a dark blue. Have you got your dark blue? I've got my dark blue. Are you ready? Right, let's get his hat coloured in. In our last few lessons, we've been singing a song together, haven't we? The drawing song. Do you remember how it goes? Do you? Can you sing it? Well, for all of you that can't remember, I'm quite happy to sing it again to remind you. Apologies to any parents listening that are going to be like thinking, oh no, not the drawing song again. But tough luck, because here it comes. Are you ready? No? Well, I'm going to sing it anyway. Right, so, will you sing along while No, I got it wrong straight away. No. It goes... Oh, will you draw along while I sing my drawing song? I'd like you to sing along. Dooby dooby doop doop doo. That's an easy song to remember, ain't it? Well, not that easy because I obviously forgot. But let's try it one more time. The more we sing it, the more I'll remember it. So it goes. Oh, will you draw along while I sing my drawing song? And I'd like you all to sing along. Dooby dooby doop doop doo. Right, I want you to sing it now. Sing it out loud. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, well, you did it a lot better than I did. I bet your parents and your teachers and your grannies and your granddads, they all loved that, didn't they? Didn't you? Tell the kids how good they did at singing. You love it. It's great. I bet you want them to sing all day long, don't you? Of course you do. I thought you sang great. One more time. But before you do, we need to get our black colouring pen, crayon, paintbrush, because we now need to colour in Sheriff Labrador's nose. So everyone start singing again. Oh, why don't you draw along while I sing my drawing song? And we can all sing along. Dooby dooby doop doop doo. You know what? I don't even know if I sang that right. I'm sure the kids remember. Right. Anyway, let's get on with this drawing. Doo-doo. Right, that's his nose. And his eyebrows are black as well. So let's get them coloured in. Right, just like that. Try and fill in all them little white blanks. And then the inside of his... Let's do his eyes black as well. Just like that. And what do we need to do next? Next, we need a light blue colour because we need to colour in his tie. You ready? Great. Get his tie coloured in. That's the bottom bit. And now the top bit. And now we're going to need a yellow because we're going to colour in all them stripes in his badge. Have you got a yellow? Great. Right, so let's get the stripes on his arms coloured in. On both arms. And then also the badge. Right, we need to get our light blue again. Because I forgot to do the letter B, which is on his hat. You got your blue again? Right. So, on his hat, we're going to draw the letter B. Now, to draw the letter B, we're going to do one line that goes down like that. And then we are going to do a backwards C that goes to the middle. And then another one goes from the middle to the bottom. And then he's got two little dots, which are supposed to be ears, I think, at the top of the B. So one on one side and one on the other. And there you go. Now, we're almost finished, but I think we need to get our black pen, or in my case, I'm going to use my black paintbrush, and we're just going to draw around Sheriff Labrador to get it finished. Now, you don't have to do this. If you are happy with how your Sheriff Labrador is looking, Brilliant, that's great. Get that picture, stick it up on the wall. That's amazing. If you do want to do a little bit more, then what you're going to do is get your black pen or crayon, and we're going to draw around our Sheriff Labrador just to get him finished up. So the very first thing I'm going to do with my black paintbrush is I'm just going to draw his smile just like that. Oh, and I'm going to colour in his shoes that I forgot to do earlier. I bet some of you are shouting at the screen, you forgot your shoes. And then I'm going to put the line back for his trousers, and then I'm just going to go around his body and all around him and draw the pencil outline. Sorry, not the pencil, the pen outlines. Just to get him finished up, go around that tail. I'm going to go over all the pencil outlines. So anywhere where you can see pencil, you can just go over that. Sometimes when you do this, it makes your picture look a little bit neater because it straightens up all them lines. Now this will be hard to do with a paintbrush, so sometimes it's better to get a black pen and use a black pen just to draw all around the edges. Just like I'm doing here, I'm just going around all the edges, everywhere that I had pencil before. And then I'm going to draw that X on the tie again. So I'm drawing the letter X, and then the letter V underneath. And I'm going to put a line across there. And then I'm going to go around his hat. Just like this. Around the bottom of his hat. I'm going to leave the B as it is, and then I'm going to go around his head. So one line there, and one line there, and then I'm going to go around the bottom of his face. And if you're finding this difficult to do, you can ask your parent or teacher, anyone that is helping looking after you. And then almost done, I just need to go around his ears. Okay, it's a nice way of just neatening up your drawing. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because you're just learning at the moment, practicing. And then I'm just going to go around his eyes. Whoop. Just like that. And then last of all, if you can see any pencil lines, you could go and rub them out if you got a rubber. If you're using a paintbrush, just be very careful. Wait until your paint is dry, and then when your paint is dry, you can just get your rubber and go around anywhere you can see pencil lines still in your drawing, and just rub them out. I can see some in my eyes here, so I'm going to get rid of them. Bit there, I'm going to get rid of that. And there you go. That is Sheriff Labrador. I hope you're super happy with your drawing, and if you're not, if anything went wrong, don't worry. That's a great thing about learning to draw. You can draw and draw and draw and draw again and again and again, and every time you do it, you're going to get better and better and better. It's all about practice. So all you got to do is, if you want to draw it again, stop this video, play it again, listen to my instructions again, and then eventually you'll get better than I am, showing me your drawing, and I might even show it off in one of my next videos, just like I did with a previous video when I showed how a very talented little artist called Poppy drew Peppa Pig. And I'm happy to do that for others as well. Just get your parents or your carers or your teachers to send across an email with a picture of your drawing. Now, we're almost finished, but before we do, we just need to write down Sheriff Labrador's name. Now, Sheriff Labrador has a very long name. So, not to make it too difficult, we are just going to write Sheriff. And I am going to use a red colour to write his name, If you got your red, in fact, you can pick whatever colour you want to write his name. I'm picking the red. You can pick whatever colour you want. I'll let you choose. You got your colour ready? Great. Now, the first thing we need is to write the letter S. So we're going to do a big S because all names start with a capital S. Right. Now, to do an S is a bit like the letter 8, but we just don't. So, to draw the letter 8, you normally go up and down, then around, then down and back on yourself. Now, to do the letter 8, you would join up these bits here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to leave the little gap, so we got a big S. Next, we're going to do a H. And to do an H, it's dead easy. You just do a line down like that. And then in the middle, we are going to, it's like a letter N. Just go across like that. Next, we need an E. And to do an E, it's almost like drawing a circle. So, draw a circle, but leave a gap in the middle there. Or it's a bit like the letter C. But it's like a circle with a gap in the middle. And then you just draw a line across the middle, just like that. And that's a letter E. Then we need an R. So that's like a little H almost. So it's one line down there. And then just a little curvy bit at the top, like that. And then we need an I. That's dead easy. It's just one line with a dot on top. And then we need 2 Fs. So we start at the top. We go up, around, and down. And then a line in the middle. And we're going to do it again because of 2. Up, around, and down. And a line in the middle. And he is a sheriff. Well done for all your drawing today. I can't wait for you to join me for another lesson. And remember, if you don't want to miss my next lesson, make sure to get one of your parents to subscribe to our Little Lamb YouTube channel so you don't miss when my next art lesson comes out. How did you do? Did you have fun? Great! Join me again soon for more drawing videos. Bye!
Little Lamb Learning.